The day she found me again was the day her entire world quietly fell apart. I didn't yell, I didn't argue, I didn't even ask her for an explanation. I simply vanished. For 6 months, I became nothing more than a ghost. My name is Adrian Cole. I was once the kind of man who believed loyalty was everything. My wife, Vanessa, was my whole world. She was beautiful, graceful, and the type of woman people admired the second she entered a room. We had been married for 4 years, or at least I believed what we had was real until the night I uncovered the truth. There was no dramatic scene, no shouting, no shattered glass, only a single message glowing on her phone while she was in the shower. I miss last night already. It came from a man I knew far too well, Lucas Grant, my business rival and my greatest enemy. That single moment didn't break me. It transformed me. I never confronted her. I refused to give her the satisfaction of watching me fall apart. Instead, I smiled when she stepped out, kissed her gently on the forehead, and the following morning I was gone. No note, no trace, no explanation. Vanessa searched for me. I'm certain she did. Mutual friends told me she was worried, confused, even heartbroken, but I no longer cared about her feelings. While she played the victim, I was creating something much stronger than revenge. Fueled by anger, I was building a plan that was cold, calculated, and impossible to forget. I quietly sold off my old assets and started a new life under a different identity in another city. I built a new company from the ground up using everything I knew about Lucas's weaknesses. Month after month, I studied him, outsmarted him, and slowly tore apart his empire piece by piece without him ever realizing who was behind it. By the time Vanessa finally found me, everything was already in place. She walked into my new office, a glass tower overlooking the city skyline. I noticed her reflection in the window before she even spoke. She looked almost the same, but exhausted, overwhelmed, no longer the radiant woman I once knew. Adrian, her voice shook. I turned around slowly, calm, composed, almost impossible to recognize as the man she had betrayed. You took your time, I said coldly. Tears immediately filled her eyes. Why did you leave like that? Do you have any idea what I've been through? I nearly laughed. What you've been through? I stepped closer, keeping my voice low and sharp. That's interesting. She hesitated before quietly whispering, I made a mistake. I regret it. Lucas meant nothing. She spoke his name as though it still carried no weight, as if it hadn't destroyed everything between us. I walked past her and pressed a button on my desk. The large screen behind us lit up at once. News headlines, financial reports, legal notices, Lucas Grant's company bankrupt, ongoing investigations, fraud, corruption, everything exposed. Vanessa stared at the screen in complete confusion. What is this? I looked directly at her, my face completely emotionless. This, I said softly, is what happens when you betray the wrong person. The color slowly drained from her face. Adrian, what did you do? I didn't do anything emotional, I replied calmly. I simply removed him from the board, from the market, from everything. Her lips began to tremble. You destroyed him? I leaned slightly closer, my voice barely louder than a whisper. No, I erased him. That was the moment the truth finally reached her. Her knees nearly gave way as she stumbled backward, her face turning pale exactly as I had imagined 100 different times. Why are you telling me this? She asked, her voice trembling. I looked at her one final time. There was no anger left, no love remained, only silence where my feelings had once lived. Because, I said calmly, you chose him instead of me. A single tear rolled down her cheek. And now? I straightened my jacket and walked past her toward the door. Now, I said without looking back, you have to live with that choice. I didn't slam the door. I never turned around. Because revenge isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, cold, and powerful enough to make someone realize far too late what they chose to lose.